Hello everybody, I'm going to be showing you how to draw a pineapple. Now the first thing you want to do is draw it like an oval shape like this. So it doesn't have to be an oval shape, it can be any shape you want, but you want a shape that looks sort of like this. And after you have drawn your oval, what you want to do, you want to draw lines going side to side on the pineapple. You kind of want to curve those lines just like ever so slightly. Like this. And once you're done making that, what you want to do is take the pencil and do it the other direction, this way. So now it sort of has this checkered pattern, and that's sort of what a pineapple looks like. So now that you have this little checkered pattern, you want to draw the leaves, just like this. So just draw like regular leaves going like this. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but then when we add the coloring, it's going to look much better. So now that you add these leaves right here, of course you can make the leaves bigger. Then, after you have your base drawing, and you make sure you want to make it in pencil, because see if you mess up, you can just erase it really quickly. You also want to have like a couple papers here, because having a rough surface and drawing on it can make it can be bumpy and ruin your drawing. So you want to have like a few papers to make it like smooth. So then after that, you're gonna get some markers. Of course, you don't have to have markers. You can just use pencils, or you don't even have to color it at all. You can just have it just like this. But you're just gonna get some markers if you want to color. So then you're gonna take your markers, and this is usually how I draw pineapples. I take a red, and I do a little bit of shading on the side, like right here, and I do that for every little square, just like this. And these markers are actually artist markers. They're very thick and juicy. They're really good markers that I got for Christmas. So they're really good and nice. So you want to shade all these squares in to the side like this. And yeah, it's sort of looking like SpongeBob's house now, but that's why not what we're doing. We're drawing a pineapple. Once you're done with shading in all your little squares, just like this, you're going to grab a orange marker right here, and you're going to do that again. You're just going to shade in all the little squares. This part is probably the most tedious and long, because it's the coloring part, which usually takes the most amount of time because you're coloring in the drawing. Alrighty. And the last square. Nice. Now that you're done shading in now you're gonna grab a yellow, just like this, and you're just gonna fill in all the rest of the space. Oh, that one's a little dry there, so I'm gonna get a better yellow right here. All right, there we go. So you want to shade in all these squares, just like this. Just fill them in. This is probably the quickest part of the coloring, just shading them in like this, just filling it in. And usually in my drawings, the lighting is coming from here, which means that the shadow is always like here. Because if you noticed, yeah, I'm left-handed, so it's a little easier for me to make the lighting come from here. Of course, well, you can make the lighting come from wherever you want. And you can use any colors you want. You can use like blue, you can make an abstract pineapple, but I'm just using colors that a pineapple, usually would be. So now that you're done filling in your pineapple, you're gonna get your leaf colors. I don't really know what you call these on the top. I guess like the leaves or something. So you're gonna grab a green. You're just gonna make a little shading right here. You don't have to use shading. You can just use like basic colors. But I usually like to use shading because it makes your drawing a little pop out and stick out more. Makes it look a little fancier. Alrighty. And now you have a pretty good looking pineapple. And you can add like a flower to it. You can sign it. Here, I'll sign it right here. Daniel. Nice. So thank you for joining me on my drawing tutorial of a pineapple. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye. One more thing before I end the video. I'm just going to show you a few more pineapples that I've drawn right here. This one's a SpongeBob. This one's another pineapple, and this is the one that I just drew. So yeah, these are some like things that you can copy if you want or take inspiration from. I think this one might be my favorite. And yeah, this is the actual end of the video now. Goodbye.